Okay.
Hello, how's it going today?
Hi, it's going pretty good. Yeah, everything's going good. It's a little bit stressed out, but everything's good.
Yeah. Um, and what's your name, by the way? I'm sorry.
You can call me Natalie.
Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
You can call me Joshua. I'm not a guy that needs to be formal or anything like that.
Yeah.
Is this your first time coming to therapy?
No, I've been in therapy before, on and off, so this isn't my first time, but I just decided to start it back up.
Okay. Do know that this is a safe place and this is a place everything that's being talked to with us is strictly stays with us, does not leave this room or
Mhm.
anything like that. So you can feel very comfortable as possible.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Natalie, what brings you in today?
Well, I'm coming in because, I am just feeling very stressed out. I have three small children. I have twins, they're 3 years old, and I have a 5-year old. I just recently started working a new part-time job as a school counselor, which
Hmm.
I enjoy. I was a school counselor for many years.
Hmm.
But now I'm just seeing that it's just stretching me a little bit thinner than what I really thought it would because I've
Hmm.
always been able to handle multiple things at one time. But
Hmm.
now for this job, I have to get up super early in the morning. Um, so that makes getting the children ready and getting them out of the house a little bit more stressful because I have to leave before they leave to go to daycare and school.
Hmm.
Um, and also, there's a lot of prep work that I have to do the night before, but then I also need to go to bed a little bit earlier, which is really
Hmm.
hard for me to do because I'm also doing work from other jobs and other things.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm just finding it I just feel very stressed, very anxious.
Hmm.
And I don't really know how to communicate, well, what type of help I need from my husband and my partner. I don't really know how to communicate that. So I guess I'm just trying to figure out how to alleviate or try to work on some of this anxiety,
Hmm.
so that I don't feel like I'm just running in a million places at one time.
Okay. So I'm hearing you saying that you picking up this new job part-time is stressing, just putting more costs or stress on you because of the workload that you already have and now it's getting added onto you. And that you don't know how to really ask your partner or anyone for help and stuff like that, right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, that's essentially correct. Hmm.
Okay, why do you feel that you can't ask your partner for help? Why is it a struggle for you?
I think it's just part of the mom guilt, it's just that the children, they always come to me for things, I
Hmm.
know where their clothes are, how to fix their lunch, how
Hmm.
to, respond to teachers, take them to doctor's appointments. So I'm still trying
Hmm.
to pack in all of this stuff. And I'm just afraid that if I push some of these responsibilities onto my husband, then I'm going to
Hmm.
have to explain everything to him when it's just easier to say, okay, well, I'll just take him to the doctor, or I'll just pick him up after school, or I'll just communicate with the teachers, or I'll just do this for him instead
Hmm.
of having to explain it like multiple times. So I guess that's the place where it's hard to have that communication and letting go of that mom guilt and that trust, I guess.
Okay. So have you talked to your husband about any of this?
I've tried, and then sometimes I feel like I can get through and get things done. And then other times I'm just still
Hmm.
like, okay, that's still not right. That's still not how, it's supposed to be
Hmm.
done. And sometimes I'll just let it go and just say, okay, well, they're dressed, they look fine, they'll get to school, they'll eat.
Hmm.
Um, but then I still have this urge to just reschedule things so that I could just, fit it in to,
Hmm.
the short amount of time when I can get things done. So sometimes when I ask him, I'm just like, okay, well, he's working or he's already doing a lot of things. And then I'm like, well, I'm already working and doing a whole bunch of things. So, but it's just that, uh,
So, so do you trust your husband?
I do, yes, I do, yeah. But then like I said, I think it's the mom guilt, and then also just giving up that responsibility of being able to
Mm.
communicate, being that first line of person, especially when it first person in contact, especially when it comes to my son, because he has a little bit more doctor's appointments. He has his
Hmm.
own therapy appointments, and then picking him up from school, just just seeing how he's doing, checking in with the teachers.
Hmm.
So I don't think it's a matter of trust, it's just a matter of communication, and then just trying to make sure that I am informed, that I don't want to be the person on the back end.
Mm. So I hear or the problem for you is basically you not getting the communication of what's going on with your kids. Is
Hmm.
that is that a fear for you?
Yeah, because it could, it's just, well, where is she? Where is the mother? Why is she not here? Why is she not,
Hmm.
the person that we're communicating with? Not that my husband's not capable of doing these things, but
Hmm.
that's just what I've been doing for the past couple of years. And to have that shift, I will be the one that would be trying to get the information, like I said, secondhand, trying to fill in everything. Um, and then like if they come to me upset or, not happy, then I might not even know what's going on sometimes.
Okay. So what are some things that can take your stress off since you can't let go of all the things that can possibly even help you take stress off? What can help you take stress off you?
Well, that's a good question because I've also been dealing with some back pain and back issues. So I haven't really been able
Hmm.
to exercise like I want to. And then that's another thing because I feel like I constantly have this pain. Um, so that slows me down a little bit as well. So I
Hmm.
can't even really be as active as I wanted to. Um, and then also, it's just so much to do. It's just so much. And then, I have two dogs that are disabled. So they were
Hmm.
like, it's like I'm taking care of everybody, and it's just like very
Mm.
little time for somebody to say, hey, I'll cook dinner for mommy, or I'll clean up, or I'll wash the clothes, or I'll take care of the dogs. So
Hmm.
it's hard for me to say what would help with my stress. The only thing I can say is that one or two times a week when I can go to the gym, that might help a little bit.
Okay. So so going to the gym, that will help 2 times a week. Okay,
Mhm.
that'd be something we can, start doing. And then what about my question is how much do you need this part-time job since it has caused you so much stress?
I wouldn't say I really, really need it.
Hmm.
Um, it would definitely help financially because we are trying to switch our children to a newer daycare,
Hmm.
at least for the next couple of months while we try to transition our son to another school.
Hmm.
So there are some other things that I do too that would probably be a little bit easier for me to give up, um,
Hmm.
as opposed to this particular job because I do make a little bit more doing this than I do the other things that I do. Mhm.
Yeah, because you did say you did other things. What are the other things that you do? Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
I also go and I volunteer basically at another school, and then
Hmm.
I also teach sometimes part-time at another institution.
Okay. So the volunteer part, let's dive in on that. Do you say you truly need the volunteer part? Like, why do you use it? Why do you do it?
Because I filled in for someone last year and they asked me to come back, and it's only a limited amount of time. And I'm even getting to the point where I dread going, even though I love the
Hmm.
children, I just like, oh, it's only a short amount of time. I'm not even getting paid that much. So that's another thing that's causing anxiety because I want to end that, but then
Hmm.
technically I'm supposed to be there to the end of the year. So that's a little bit of stress there too. And I don't even feel like I'm doing my best job because I'm not really 100% um,
Hmm.
focused when I go there sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Mhm.
do it. It's fine. I mean, I have my own little children I work with, and it's only a few. It's not even very stressful at all. It's just another place for me to show up and to be for a couple of hours
Hmm.
twice a week.
Well, how bad do they need you?
Um, no, not at all.
Well, do you think that? it would be more beneficial for you to drop that than to keep doing it?
Um, it could be beneficial to drop that because then I could, have that time that I normally don't
Hmm.
have and I can, recharge myself a little bit better. But then it's also what about those professional connections and professional relationships? So it's one
Hmm.
of those things where I could just like keep doing it just to kind of end on at the natural progression of it ending instead of leaving and then it not being kind of a mutual thing, even though I know it won't be a problem, but I guess
Yeah.
I'm just second guessing that decision.
So, I mean, what is more important to you? Your health or trying to, you know, build a career that sounds like you already doing good at doing?
Oh, definitely my health, especially now because I have small children and I am starting to experience some of the things that come with as you get older. So my
Hmm.
health is definitely much more important. Um, so I think that after having this conversation, it's helping me to realize that maybe I need to have more communication with my partner and
Hmm.
also really think about all of the different commitments that I take on and I don't have to say yes to everything.
Yeah. Do you feel like saying no is very hard for you?
Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
Why do you feel like that?
Because I know that I am qualified and I can do it and sometimes it does come with a little bit of money and
Hmm.
any money can help at different times, but then also
Hmm.
I see it as connections,
Hmm.
professionally with different organizations that might can help me down the line, down the road.
Hmm. So that is very understandable, but do you feel that um you need to put you first more?
Oh yes, absolutely. But then of course, that's also difficult too whenever
Yeah,
you're
with the
trying to
parenting.
have a family and everything else that's not something that can always come easy.
Yeah. So I see that we're running low on time.
Hmm.
So how about we do this? How about you have a sit down with your husband
Hmm.
and communicate? Can you communicate how you feel to him
Hmm.
and see if that works? And like, can you truly be honest, with him how you feel on getting extra help around the house and all those things to take a little bit more stress off of you and everything? Can your husband cook?
Uh, minimally. Yeah.
So does he cook minimally? That mean, if he throw in some frozen pizza for dinner, that's still him helping. I know you might not agree with it, but
Or
you
takeout, yeah.
know, yeah, but it's still his way of helping,
Hmm.
So you just have to allow it sometimes. But I truly hope that you took from this that you can to communicate with your spouse more and to truly value your health over your stress and everything.
Well, yes, I definitely know that that's something I need to do. And just having this conversation with you just really put that into perspective. And I really do appreciate you providing some things to consider, things to think about, and that's definitely something I look forward to doing in between our sessions.
Okay. So we will dive more deeply into your stress session, to your stress even more, our next session and everything like that. We will dive even more deeply into that one. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I think that sounds like a great idea, Joshua.
All right. Well, see you next Wednesday
Yeah, I think,
at 4:30.
yeah, that'll work good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye
All right.
bye.